Hi, this is Jacob Tucker here, and I'm going to be showing you how to create your own verifier, your own custom verifier with Emerald Bot. So just to give you a brief, overview of what you're going to be learning how to do in this demo, it's going to be something like this. So we're in the Flunks Discord right now. Shout out to Budsy here for setting this up. And it's going to be something like this, where you have a verifier in your Discord that has a name right here, a description right here, and an image on the right hand side that you can customize so you can make this look however you want. And when a user clicks on verify, it's going to automatically assign the user different roles depending on what they have. So because I have a flunk, it's going to give me the flunk holder role. But if I had, I think the requirement is like more than 10 flunks, I would have gotten a whale role and other stuff as well. So you can completely customize what your experience is going to be. And this can be different NFTs, different amounts of NFTs, certain types of NFTs. Like on NBA Top Shot, you can have certain rarities, stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do today, hopefully if the demo gods are with me. So I'm on the bot.ecdao.org website, and I want to mention two things up front. One, this website might look very different in the future, and if it does, that's okay. It'll still do the same things. And two, if you want to check out an entire list of all the commands that the Emerald Bot supports, please go to the documentation page. This page is going to be really helpful for figuring out what you can and cannot do with the bot. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the gated access portion, more specifically the complex NFT verification. However, there's a ton of commands that are supported with the Emerald Bot, including float commands. There's a bunch of utilities like figuring out users, address and stuff like that. So definitely check this out. But anyways, let's get on with the demo. So if I go ahead and connect my wallet here, you're going to notice that there's no Dapper Wallet support. Don't worry about this. This doesn't mean that the Emerald Bot doesn't support it. In fact, the Emerald Bot does support Dapper Wallet NFT collections and verifying with your Dapper Wallet. It's just that we don't support it on this website. But it's unrelated to the actual verification. So, and also if you have Emerald Pass, by the way, go ahead and log in with the Emerald Pass account, because it's going to give you some extra features. So this is what you're going to see when you log in with your wallet address. So go ahead and click Connect Discord. And what you're going to do here is you're going to connect the bot to the Discord server that you want to set up the verifier in. So for this example, I'm going to connect it to Emerald City, and I'm going to go ahead and type in my two-factor authentication here. Click Continue and just click Authorize. And what's going to happen is if the bot wasn't already in that server, it's going to add it for you. But otherwise, it'll just connect you to that Discord server so that we can set up our own verifier. So here, there's some basic options for your verifier: an image, a name, and description. And that's actually what I was showing you here. This is the name, this is the description, and this is the image. So for the image, you have to go ahead and paste in a link, an HTTP link or a file, or I guess a URL to the image. So in this case, I'm going to click Enter here, and it should bring up UFC the strike image. So if you have a file on your computer, you can go ahead and upload it to Imgur, and then just copy and paste the link right here. The name I'm going to call Verifier Test, and the description I'm going to call this is a test verifier for all of you watching this video, with a nice little smiley face. Okay, now I'm going to come back to the verification mode in a second. So stick with me here, but let's first go to the role verifiers. So what the role verifiers do is these are all the roles that you're going to want to assign. So for example, what's actually really cool, by the way, with this new demo, is that you can select the role directly in here. So if I actually pull up the Emerald City Discord for you and go to all the roles I have in Emerald City, you can see them all here. We have a guild leader role, we have an Emerald ID role, a Svelte lover role, and these are all listed right here. So we don't have to do any more role IDs, which was super annoying before. You can now select it directly. So let's say I want to assign users in the Emerald ID role. Well, you can actually use these templates that we've set up for you to assign the user this role based on certain things. So let's say here's one template that the user has the Emerald ID. So if the user has an Emerald ID, they will get the Emerald ID role. And I can simply click Save, and boom, that is saved right here. So very simply, if the user has Emerald ID, it will assign them the Emerald ID role. Okay, so let's just save that one just because it's pretty cool. And let's add another one. Let's say you get the, test role. If you own a certain float, you can type in an event ID for the float. So I won't do that in this demo, but let's go to owns blank NFT. The cool thing about this is you can select any NFT from the NFT catalog. So if we go down here, we can look, these are all in the NFT catalog. So let's say you have to own one float. Let's select another one, and you have to own a Flovatar, right? You have to own one Flovatar, or let's say own five Flovatar. Now what you can do is you can click and or. So if you select and, that means that the user must meet both of these requirements. However, if you click or, that means that the user can have any of the ones you select here. It doesn't have to have all. So again, let's say we do another one and we type in flunks and we say the user has to have 2 flunks. If we do and, this means the user has to have 1 float, 5 flovatars, and 2 flunks. But if we do or, this means the user must own 1 float, 5 flovatars, or 2 flunks, okay? So let's click save on that one. And again, these are all the roles and their, associated verifiers. Now back to the verification mode, what this means, normal means that the user will get all of the roles that they meet. So for example, if they have an Emerald ID and they meet, the Flovatar requirement for test role, they'll get both these roles. Short circuit means they're only going to get the first one that they meet. So for example, even if they meet both the Emerald ID and test role requirements, they'll only get the Emerald ID role. Now, usually the use case for short circuit is, for example, let's say you have a Discord where you want to give people a whale role, like a mega whale role if they have more than 100 NFTs, a whale role if they have more than 10, and a mini whale role if they have more than 5. Usually what people will do is they only want users to get the best role, right? They only want, like if you have 200, they would only get the mega whale role, not also the whale and the mini whale. So usually that's the use case for short circuit, but most of the time you're probably going to click normal. So I'm going to go ahead and click create verifier here, and we're going to wait for it to load. Click approve. And while it's doing this approval, I just want to mention one quick thing. Inside your Discord server, it's crucial, or it's necessary actually, that the Emerald role is above all the roles you wanted to assign. So for example, if we were to put the Emerald role here, it wouldn't work because Emerald ID is above the Emerald role. So we have to drag the Emerald role all the way up to the top, okay? And that's going to allow the Emerald bot to assign these roles. So make sure that the Emerald role is above, and you can do that by clicking and dragging these these 6 dots right here, okay? So once this is completed, it should show inside your verifier list. So what's pretty cool is you can even look at the script code that we generate for you, but you don't have to do that. All you have to do is click on this copy button right here, go ahead into your test channel and paste it. Now sometimes you have to click like space and then backspace just to get it to pop up. Click enter here. It's going to bring up our verifier inside of our channel. Now again, make sure to run this command inside of a channel that you want users to verify in. So I'm going to go ahead and click verify here, and you should see that it's going to assign me both the roles that I set up because I meet those requirements. I do have an Emerald ID, which is why I got this role, and I do have a float, which is why I got this role. So I got both the roles. Now, one thing I want to mention is we also do support role removal. However, it requires Emerald Pass. So if you don't have Emerald Pass, you'll have to grab that from pass.ecdao.org. It's a great way to support Emerald City and also, get a bunch of really cool benefits on a lot of our products, including Float, Touchstone, and of course Emerald Bot. So in order to do that, what you do is you do slash removal. Now we're gonna make this process easier for you in the future, but the verifier owner is essentially your address that you created the verifier with. And the verifier ID is actually the ID below the verifier. So if you go ahead and paste those 2 things in and you run this command, it will actually remove all the users from both these roles that no longer meet those requirements. So for example, if for some reason a user no longer has an Emerald ID, or they sold their float, or got rid of their float, they will be removed from those roles. But everyone that still meets those requirements will be able to keep it, and you can run this command as many times as you want. So that's a great way to keep your community clean of people that are not meeting those requirements. All right. So that's it for this demo. Thanks so much for going through this with me. And again, if this looks different in the future, don't worry. The process will be the same, and we're probably going to release a lot of cool updates in the future too. So thanks a lot for sticking around. I hope this was helpful, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.